Attack on Titan doesn't just have great action and plot. It has one of the most layered, morally complex characters in all anime. These are the characters that made us cheer, cry, rage, and question everything we thought we believed in. So here it is, my list of the top 10 best characters in Attack on Titan. Spoiler warning if you haven't finished the series, and trust me, you're not ready for number 3. For an honorable mention, I have Jin. At the start of the series, I didn't like him. You know, he started as Eren's biggest hater, portrayed as selfish, just trying to live an easy and comfy life in the military police. But throughout the anime, he grows as a person and ends up joining the Scouts, and slowly grows to be a strong leader in his own way. As he isn't a genius or a super strong soldier, he's just a regular guy with some plot armor. You also see him as a role model for some of the inexperienced Scouts in Season 4, which is nice, as well as his development when he forgives Reiner for Mako's death, rejects Floch's offer, and chooses to fight for his beliefs instead of settling down and living a peaceful life. For 10, I have Zeke. He has such a tragic backstory of his parents forcing him into being a warrior candidate and being neglected because he wasn't good enough, and then selling out his parents was such a fucked childhood. Another amazing part of his character is his interactions with Eren, where he is convinced Grisha manipulated him into the person he is, and the shock on his face when he realizes, nah, Eren was loved and treated normally by Grisha. He also had one of the better plans with the euthanization, as it would have the minimal death, but imagine being one of the last people left on Paradise Island. That would be fucked. Now at 9, I have Mikasa. She is a very cool character with cold moments, and her relationship with Eren is very interesting. Her choosing to sacrifice him at the end was a very sad moment, and her fight scenes are amazing, especially that fight with the Jaegerist, and the rain of blood was cold. But the reason she is so low is that's all there is to her character. She's in love with Eren, and had to make the hard decision to kill him, and she's the powerful female character. Now, I'm not trying to take away from this, these are interesting and important for the plot, but I feel the other characters on this list have deeper themes, better writing, and I relate to them more. At number 8, Armin. I know this is low for most people, and best believe during seasons 1 through 3, he was top 5, and he wasn't 5, but he had one of the hardest fall-offs in my opinion after season 3. During seasons 1 to 3, he was very cool and interesting, coming up with amazing plans, solutions, and his rivalry with Beetroot was amazing to watch. And don't forget, return to Shiganshina Armin, he was a massive factor in their win, finding out where Reiner was, and the plan to kill Beetroot as well. However, he should have died that day in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, in the moment I wanted Armin back to, but he didn't do anything with his second life. Levi should have known Armin isn't cut out to take on the burden of using the Colossal Titan's nuke ability. I haven't watched AOT in a while, so maybe I'm forgetting. But what did he actually do in Season 4? I don't remember any genius plans that worked or any big moves he made. All I remember him doing is deep-throating a cow and shagging the enemy, and I lost so much respect for him for that. This is the same person, by the way. The fuck you mean she's done fighting? So what if he's inheriting Beetroot's feeling? Fine, forgive her, but this, nah, fuck that to far. In my opinion, Levi should have let him die a hero. At 7, I have Kenny Ackerman. For a character that got such little screen time, he was a very enjoyable antagonist for the first part of Season 3, especially his introduction and fight with Levi. I really enjoyed his interactions with Levi, and him being like a father figure for Levi, then just abandoning him, which was kind of fucked from him. It was interesting to see his perspective and his addiction to power, and his ideology on everyone being a slave to something, which gets called back on by Eren at the end. Overall, I thought he was a very cool character with cold moments and amazing themes that added to the plot of AOT. My number 6 is Grisha. Grisha is one of the best written characters in AOT and vital for the plot. He's surrounded in mystery throughout most of the season, and made to be seen as the villain and an evil person, forcing Zeke to become a warrior, and we are made to believe he did the same with Eren. As well as that, he slaughtered the Rice family, but in the best plot twist ever we see.
On your feet, Dad. You're not done yet.
Such a cold moment, and this moment as well.
Kill them all! Even the little kids! With my own hands! Eren! I slaughtered the whole Rice family! All but the father! Is that enough for you? Did you get what you wanted? Will crushing those children in my hands really bring Ellie back?
Showing that after entering Paradise Island, Grisha tried to be better, but was ultimately manipulated by Eren to achieve his goals. My number 5 is Reiner. Rainier is a very complex character who shows the true effects of showing PTSD, depression, and guilt for what he has done to the point of wanting to take his own life. As well as his split personalities from his experience on Paradise Island, he has to believe he is truly one of them to cope with his guilt. He also has a tragic backstory where he was brainwashed into hating the people of Paradise and becoming a warrior to reunite his family. Reiner also has an amazing parallel with Eren, showing the two different sides of the war, and towards the end, Reiner finally can atone and redeem himself by helping the scouts stop Eren. For number 4, I have Levi. From his introduction, you could just feel the aura, and the best nickname, humanity's strongest soldier, just pure aura every fight he dominated, absolutely cooked Annie and Zeke. Every fight he was in, you knew it would be amazing. He was also very interesting and flawed as a person, with him being short because of living underground, his tragic backstory, and his cleaning obsession. And I like characters with flaws. It makes them feel real, and you can connect with them more. Especially with him after the explosion with Zeke. You'd think that would stop him completely from fighting, but no, his drive to keep fighting, and this line,
2 fingers are all I need to get the job done.
He's just him, but he's not as good as the characters in my top 3. Now at 3 it is Floch. Nah, I don't care, I'll stand on it. Floch is top 3 characters. Sure, he might be the villain in some instances, but his character development is top tier, and he is simply cold with it. People overlook Floch as a character because he opposed the main cast towards the end, but he is an amazing character. His change after hearing Erwin's speech from this shit haircut, cowardly weak side character to a fearless leader. Sure, he is no hero, but he was doing what he thought was best for his country and to protect them, and he knew he would have to be a villain to achieve this idea. He also has so many cold moments, taking on 4 Titans and 2 Akamans, and almost achieving his goal, hanging onto the boat and ruthlessly killing Marley troops. The lone survivor of Erwin's speech, a speech that would change a man. The hell he experienced changed him into the strong leader he is at the end of the series, and even if you hate him, you can't deny the top-tier development of his character. Do I agree with what he did? Not fully, but can I see the reasons behind it? Let my people be wiped and stay a hero, or kill the rest of the world, making me a villain, but my people get to live happily is a valid solution. Is it the best? No, but in his eyes it was. And at the end of the day, he fought to the end and gave his heart and soul to the cause and died as a hero in his eyes. At 2, I have Eren, the main character of the show, and at the start I thought he's going to be like the regular shonen MC, but he is one of the best and most complex MC in anime. His development as well is crazy good, from the driven and happy kid trying to kill all of the Titans to this depressed, empty villain he is in Season 4, which we slowly see him develop into. The foreshadowing and callback of his character, his goal of killing all Titans to become one himself, this, like I could die in a place like this, and well. I also like the idea of him being able to see the future, and everything he does to try to stop it ends up leading him to that future, like in Norse mythology, and that we learn at the end that everything was Eren's doing. He did everything that led to the events, and there was no other way to save his friends than to start the rumbling and kill 80% of the population, not to mention his cold scenes.
I'll end it! Here and now!
My name is Eren Yeager. On your feet, Dad. You're not done yet.
And also his rivalry and parallels with Reiner are top tier. Amazing character, truly deserving of number 2, could be number 1. But number 1 is Erwin Smith, the absolute GOAT of AOT, and also the reason I watched AOT. I saw his speech on TikTok and got goosebumps, and I didn't even know what was happening. These 2 moments are some of the best in AOT.
Advance! Commander Eren! I said advance, goddammit! Eren's right in front of you! Do not falter!
Amazing, shows his strength and bravery as a leader, and
Yes, you're precisely right. Everything that you thought had meaning, every hope, dream, or moment of happiness, none of it matters as you lie bleeding out on the battlefield. None of it changes what a speeding rock does to a body. We all die. But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not! Their memory serves as an example to us all! The courageous fallen, the anguished fallen, their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them! And as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us! Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world! My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
My favorite moment in all of AOT, peak moment, amazing scene, and a hero's death. He is also interesting as a character, as he's not fighting for the people around him. No, he is fighting for his own selfish dream to prove that his father was right all along, which he never got to achieve. And just like Floch, he dedicated his heart to the cause. Erwin just had the biggest impact on me while watching, had me waiting to charge to my death. He just triggers so much emotion while watching, and that's why he's my GOAT of AOT. There you have it, my top 10 characters in Attack on Titan. Let me know if you agree, or if I'm completely wrong. Leave a comment for your top 10, and let me know if I missed someone huge. And hey, if you enjoyed this list, hit that like button, sub for more anime deep dives.